Welcome to Prime Plus, for and about seniors, where it's cool to be a senior. No, my next guest is not going to bark. I don't know. Have you barked before, Barb?
Oh, I've barked at a lot of people, but...
Barbara Hayes is the manager of Norfolk Animal Care Center Shelter. How you doing?
I'm great, Bob. Thanks for having me today.
You've had some busy times moving animals around from, I will say, from the disaster areas, but also within Norfolk. The movement of stray animals into adoptable homes is really what it's about, isn't it?
It sure is. And, we are Norfolk's largest animal shelter. We accept over 5,000 animals a year and we place them through a variety of different programs and means. And we're out in the community. And, it's such a wonderful, vibrant, dynamic shelter. And it's become like a family there. So we absolutely love it. And if you spend any time there, you'll become part of the family, too.
Oh, yeah. I've spent some time there and came home with a brother and sister cat and a dog over the years. But it's been awesome because that useless beagle I live
Little
with
Sophie.
every day,
Yeah.
good old Sophie, she is really that companion. She's the couch potato that I've been looking for.
And I think, that's why I'm here today, to talk about pets as companions.
Yeah.
And how they can benefit a senior's lifestyle and keep you active and provide companionship. And we do have a number of people who come in who are in those senior years. Mm-hmm. Like me, I live alone here in this community. I don't have relatives here. I'm fortunate to have a lot of friends, but I have animals, and they give me a reason, and I'm close to, I have my AARP card as well, but they keep me on a schedule. They give me something to do every day. They give me somebody to talk to and interact with, and they'll keep your heart healthy. If you have to go out and walk the dog 3 times a day, rain or shine, winter or summer, you're going to benefit from it, and so will your dog. So that's why we really wanted to talk about pets and seniors and how that can be such a benefit to both of their lives.
In getting ready for the show, I heard from a senior friend of mine who lost her husband a few years ago, and she fell into that trap of watching TV. I mean, she was doing some community active stuff, but she gained a few pounds. I won't say how many. I will say that she told me she lost 25 pounds when she got this little tiny rugrat that she walks every day.
And those little rugrats come to expect it. They're watching the clock, and they know when it's time to go for a walk. And a lot of these folks can head out to, we have so many dog parks, too.
Right.
And if you have an active dog who enjoys the company of other dogs, go to the dog park. You're going to meet a lot of people, too, when you own a pet and you're out into the community. And Hampton Roads is such a pet-friendly area for all of us that there's so many things to do, and you are going to make acquaintances and you are going to make friends if you have that little dog at your side.
That's right, because it really is. I think one thing I'm hearing throughout this whole show, it's really about getting connected with some kind of community. You might be living with a relative, but get out and meet that new friend. You're never too old to meet a new friend, and what better way than over a dog or a cat, or a bird,
or a rabbit,
yeah,
I have birds.
I know it.
They like to carry on some conversations.
And I know we've got people out there who love their cats, so it's not just about dogs, right?
Correct.
But what kind of animal would you recommend for a typical senior that may not be as active, but just we try to match the pet to the person and their needs. So it might be a quiet dog who's more of a lap dog. It might be a senior cat. And the wonderful thing about the Norfolk Animal Care Center is we actually have a program called Golden Paws Senior Pet Adoption. And we focus on some of our senior pets that come in through our shelter system. Ages 7 and up are always eligible for half price adoption of $35. Our senior residents can adopt an animal for half price if they're age 65 or over. And what we truly love is making those senior-to-senior matches, and we'll waive that whole darn adoption fee for you. So we try to match. Muzzle's not bad.
Correct.
It's preferable to some of us, yeah. We're past that puppy and kitten stage, and we want those animals who can already be adaptable to a new home. They're house trained. They walk well on a leash. They know some basic commands. They have some manners. I think we'd all love to have that in our companion animals.
Now, do you have to be a Norfolk resident to adopt from the Norfolk Animal Care Center?
Absolutely not. And we also have, for people, good for those seniors who are out traveling all the time and keeping busy, who say, I don't have time for a pet. Mm-hmm. Good for you. That's awesome. Do you have time to come in and volunteer with us once a week? We have a lot of senior volunteers who come into the shelter in a variety of capacities. And Bob, you know one, her name was Sue. She volunteered till she was 93 years old, and she still comes to visit.
That's right. She loves those big ones, too.
She sure does, and that woman moves better than I do. But, senior volunteerism at the animal shelter is absolutely wonderful. We're always looking for help.
Well, what kinds of things would they do? Because I can only think of one, and I don't like doing it at home.
Some of our seniors come in and they just provide TLC.
Oh, okay.
They'll keep the animals tidy. They'll help with adoption matchmaking for other families. Some will just do arts and crafts. Some like to knit and crochet. They'll make toys particularly for the cats in their cages. So contact us and come see us and be a part of our family.
Okay, we got 2 minutes left. I'm going to ask you the big one. Who is eligible to be brought into the center? What kind of animals?
We have darn near everything. And actually, funny you should
ask. So that three-legged, half-blind dog.
Three-legged, half-blind dog. We have a big kickoff going on tomorrow night down at Town Point Park for Norfolk's finest and furriest calendar. And this year we collaborated with the Norfolk Police Department because they come into the shelter, they take pictures of their animals, and they act so silly, and it's adorable, and people love it. So this year we did a calendar, and we took the show on the road. So we went to Wisconsin and took pictures. We went downtown. We went to Dumars. We went to Waterside, and this calendar is going to be awesome. But it represents a lot of our shelter animals, and so you'll find dogs and cats, and you'll find some goats and some chickens and all sorts of things that come into our shelter from time to time.
So you take any animal that's given to you.
You betcha.
And you've got a great cooperation with well-dressed Norfolk police officers.
You bet. Norfolk's finest and furriest. Come check it out.
Hey, thanks a lot for all of you for joining us on this hour of Being Cool Seniors. One of them's working on it. The rest of us are there. Hey, this show is made possible through Anthem Healthkeepers Plus, and I want to say a big, huge thank you to them. Give us a holler at 625-5857 or look us up at primeplus.org. See you in a month.
The preceding program was sponsored and paid for by Prime Plus Senior Center.